Hey guys, Jay Daniels here from Spectrum International University College. Okay, today we have someone very special. Okay, imagine leaving your country, not for holiday, but to experience something new. For example, education. We got someone here all the way from Canada. Okay, and we are very honored to have him here today with us. I just want to have a chit chat. Okay, want to get to know. Okay, by the way, he's doing his PhD. Okay, and we want to just say thank you so much for choosing Spectrum. And he's Mr. Jim. Okay, Mr. Jim, nice to meet you finally.
And nice to be here. Thank you.
Okay, so Mr. Jim, maybe you can tell us what. First of all, let's say why Malaysia?
Why Malaysia?
Among all the beautiful countries in the world, why Malaysia? All the way from Canada, yes, sir.
Well, Malaysia is a beautiful country as well, and that's been my experience here.
Thank you.
I got here because a friend recommended your university in Canada.
Oh, thank you.
And so he was associated with the university, and we sat down over a cup of coffee, and he said, you need to start thinking about doing your PhD.
Okay, that's great.
And it's something I always wanted to do. It's something I had in the back of my mind, but I wanted to do it later in my career, not at the beginning.
Understood.
So over that cup of coffee, what we did is he told me about the opportunity here. And what I love about it is that you're doing the British dissertation standard.
Yes, we are.
So that fits the ability for me to do studies abroad, but also, be able to fulfill a fully credentialed PhD program.
Okay, that's great. That's really great. Okay, I mean, again, we are really honored to have international flying over to study with us. And everyone might have this question, once I've reached a certain age, okay, once I've reached a certain age, including me, they said, I'm done. I'm done with a bachelor's degree, I'm done with master's, but here, a walking testimony is sharing us to do whatever you want, especially when it comes to education, right? But here you're doing PhD, it's quite amazing. And thanks for being, like a role model for people like young people. Actually, I'm not very young. Okay, but I'm blessed. That's all I can say.
Yeah. Well, I've had a career. I've had a career in government. I've had a career in emergency management. So most of my career in Nova Scotia has been dealing with emergencies. First within the health system, I worked through two pandemics.
Okay.
One was H1N1, the other one was the COVID thing. And then I moved on to work with the province, with municipalities.
Understood. Okay.
And I was doing training and exercising and preparing our communities for emergencies that are going to happen.
Okay.
So I've had a career of this, and I've learned many things. And what I wanted to do, there's some things that need to be done and some things that need to be explored even further. And that is the reason why I want to do. So I'm lucky at this point in time that I'm able to, I'm semi-retired. I'm at a stage in my life where I can do this. But there are some things I need to examine, and I want to be able to provide some information and research it, quality research, and present it to make it a little bit better. And that's what I hope to do.
Okay.
And then at the end of it, if there's opportunities to talk more about it, after I finish my PhD and so on, great. But if nothing else, I've at least given back to my community and to people in general.
That's true. So, because sometimes international student has this kind of, I wouldn't say struggle, but a question mark. Okay, if I'm going to this university, how's the fees like? How's the fee structure like? Can I afford this? Is it going to be a bomb, on my financial plan? So, how's the fees here at Spectrum? Do you find it? Is it convenient for you?
Let me put it this way: when I looked at the total, when you consider to come to a university like this, you have to consider the whole picture. Okay, so there are fee structures and there are costs, associated with the university. But there's also travel costs. So I literally traveled 27 hours of continuous travel to get here about 4 weeks ago.
Okay.
And so on. And there's accommodation costs for me here. But for me, it's affordable. And for me, it's something that I can do. And there are other universities that I looked at that are much more expensive, and so on. So I'm very blessed in the fact that I'm able to do this, and I'm at a stage in my life where I can do it both financially and commit the time to it.
That's great. See, because at Spectrum here, we balance it both. Okay, yes, we do deliver quality education. At the same time, we do also give the affordable fee, okay, for the students who are coming. Regardless what program they're coming, try our best to cater them. Okay, so because I have another question as well, because I got there's sometimes inquiry comes in, I want to do this PhD program, but who's going to help me? Because there will have so many questions. How I'm going to do my my research? Who's going to assist me? Is the lectures okay? Will they attend to me? Will I be left out? So on that part, how's the lectures here? How the service here? I mean, how do you communicate with them?
Well, first of all, one of the most important things for me is I was able to do it by distance.
Okay.
Now, for me, it's a 12 to 11 hour time difference and all that, which is something that if you're from my part of the world and so on, you would have to consider. But the lectures were well done. They very helpful. And the folks who are providing the lectures and information, they are very knowledgeable, and they treat you as an adult student.
Okay.
We all at some point in time have done undergrad degrees and so on, where it's more of a process and so on. It's very refreshing to be part of an education process.
Okay.
Where people, treat you as an adult, and you can work as colleagues versus that professor-student relationship.
Okay.
Now, that's possibly in your graduate programs. I get that, but I would not want to have the same experience that I had in my undergrad degree at this stage of my life. Okay.
I mean, truly, again, like I said, I always use the word blessed. Because we're the right place, the right time, everything has been paced for you to do the PhD program. So when you step into Spectrum, what was the first impression?
Well, it's a very interesting model that you have here and so on. The university is a beautiful place. The people have been amazing. One of the things that really stuck with me is the customer service and the things that helping me, navigate. I mean, you have to understand, I've traveled quite a bit in my life, and I'm lucky. I've been to various parts of the world, but I was treated extremely well. I was treated, any questions I had, information, and it was readily available. So the customer service here, in my experience, has been nothing but first grade.
First grade. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. And we will try our best to continue to maintain, our services because we, like I said, we get students all over like the countries, and also international as well, to studying with us. So we try our best to cater what exactly and what the student needs. So I understand Canada is a different climate.
Very much.
Malaysia is a different climate. How are you adjusting to that?
There is an adjustment, and I'm very thankful for air conditioning.
We have air conditioning, so it's quite nice.
So this is the month of May, and when I left Nova Scotia in Canada, it was 2 degrees. And when I arrived, it was much warmer. So I am acclimatizing, and it is nice, and so on. But I also want to mention something else that's important here in my decision making. The climate is nice. I like the warm climates. I've traveled enough in them. But what I also liked about coming to Malaysia is that I feel safe here.
Oh,
right. It's a safe country.
Thank you.
It's my experiences here. No matter who I've met, whether English is spoken quite readily, as we are doing right now. This would be a very different conversation in another language.
I think I have to use the what do you call it if I don't understand.
The Google Translate.
Translate.
But English was, and that was an important factor to be able to to communicate and work in English. And everywhere as I've gone, both not only here as a student, but also some tourism that I've been able to do around here, I've been, very well received. People are polite, friendly, and helpful.
Okay.
And so that's important. An important decision when you're traveling literally halfway around the world.
Yes, true. I think I'll be on that level as well. Let's say if I'm going to a country, of course, I want to know if that country is safe. And here you are saying safe, Malaysia is a safe country. I mean, we are again truly honored, that we can, at least you don't feel threatened by yourself. Because here we are a multiracial country, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes you walk in, you feel like, oh, I see many different cultures, I do say, environment. So I have two more questions. Before we wrap up, the second last question is, how's the food here?
Oh, foods are good. Very good. I enjoy enjoying the food.
Okay.
There's a wide variety of food and opportunities here. But I did sneak into a couple of fast food restaurants while I was here too.
Okay.
But the food is tremendous.
Do you take spicy?
I'm working up to it.
Okay. Have you tried the nasi lemak here?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Not sure.
There's something
That's a recommendation?
Yeah, there's a recommendation.
Okay.
That's something we talked about. There's other great food as well. Definitely, we will let you know.
Good.
Okay. Before we wrap up, again, truly appreciate for you to be, coming from all the way from Canada to study here, and that also speaks the volume of Spectrum. And any last message to the audience who wants to pursue their education, who thinks at one level they feel like, I'm done with this education. So.
Well, when you're going to do your PhD, it is a commitment of time, and the institution here allows you to do that. When I considered doing it, I had to ask myself, how much time do I commit to classes and the rigors, if I can call it there, with the British dissertation process, where you do a number of key classes. And then you go on a guided journey on how you develop your PhD. That was important to me because I'm at a point in time where I have some knowledge and I want to give that back. Not a sense of duty. I don't have that sense of duty in that regard, but I feel like an obligation. In my business, I'm interested in emergency management.
Okay.
And that's for the protection of people, property, and the environment.
Okay.
And so if I can contribute this much to that knowledge at the end of my career and so on, and have an opportunity to talk about it and share it with others, that makes me feel good that I'm contributing.
Okay.
And so if you feel that there's something you can contribute and you want to, or maybe advance something that you want to do yourself, like you always wanted to do something, consider this as an option. There are requirements, there are prerequisites, there are the requirements as there should be for this type of program. But to give it some serious thought and some consideration, because I think it's an enriching experience. I might be driven crazy by the process by the end of it, but I think it's going to be a fun journey.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much. Because at the end of the day, it's about all giving back.
Yeah, exactly.
Giving back. Okay.
Exactly.
So anyways, thank you for joining us, and thank you, Mr. Jim, for joining us.
My pleasure.
Giving your time, to just have this. First of all, it's an honor for me to just sit and just chat with you. I learn a lot in terms of experience. So there's always learning, and I always tell also to the people I meet, to the students who that we recruit. There's always a new learning.
Yeah.
And it will continue growing. You continue learning. Okay. So anyways, thank you so much again for choosing Spectrum. And okay, thank you guys. We will catch up on the next video. Okay. Thank you.